My dear students, in today's session, I am going to teach you type 2 or second conditionals if clause. In previous classes, I have completed part 1 and part 2. In the part 1, the introduction of the if clause, what is the importance of if clause, and zero condition or real condition have been completed. In the part 2, in that class, first condition or type 1, which is main clause, subordinate clause, if clause and main clause. If clause in the present simple, main clause is the simple future tense. And the second condition in this class we are going to teach now. Already you have seen on the screen second conditional if clause. For example, they have given the structure is if clause. There are two clauses, main clause, if clause. If clause simple past tense, it is in the simple past, and main clause is would plus V1, should plus V1, could plus V1, might plus V1. That is the structure of the main clause and subordinate clause. In if clause, for example, I won the lottery. Win won. One is to V2, past form of the win. If I won the lottery, would plus V1, second condition, would plus V1 travel. If I won the lottery, I would travel a lot. So what is the condition? It is a imaginary condition. That means it is already not happened in our life, in future also. If I won the lottery, I would travel a lot. That means imagination or prediction. Here I may be won the lottery, I may be travel a lot. It is not real, it is an imaginary condition. And if they sold their house, sell, sold. Past tense form of the sell is sold. If they sold their house, that means selling their house, and they would be rich. They become rich. Would plus V1. It is the name of the second condition or type 2 is hypothetical. Hypothetical is more important, my dear students. Unlikely situation, unreal condition, improbable condition. Now or future. Present. Now means present or future. This is the definition. Hypothetical means imagined or suggested, but perhaps not true, really happening. This is assumed thought. Imaginational thought is a prediction. Hypothetical means this condition is called unreal condition, and also unreal condition, and also improbable condition, and this situation is imagination condition. It is imagined condition. That is the important brief introduction, my dear student. I will explain you in detail number of examples. So if you each and every competitive exam, academic exams also, if clause must be there. If clause means it is a subordinate clause, and it is independent clause. It is one of the adverbial clause of condition. It is one of the adverbial clause of condition, my dear students. It is, I will explain in detail. You should observe, my dear students. It is adverbial clause of condition. That is why it is also conditional clause. The reason and effect, the reason and the result. What is the reason? Based on the reason, the result dependent the result. But in second condition, it is a unreal condition, unlikely condition, improbable condition. This condition, imaginary condition, imaginative condition, imaginated condition, imagined condition. Imagined condition, we are the second condition to talk about possible result of an imagined situation in the present and future also. We say what the condition must be for the present and future situation to be different, present and future situations. The structure of the this condition is if plus past, if plus subject plus V2. This is the if clause or subordinate clause or adverb clause of condition. Plus the following clause is the main clause. Main clause plus would plus V1 and should plus V1, could plus V1, might plus V1. Based on this context, we can select any of the modal verb. These modal verb will comes plus V1. That is the structure of the pattern of the second condition, my dear students. Here, for example, you should understand it is if you asked her, for example, if you asked her politely means very favorable, very decent and very obediently. If you asked her politely, what happened? What is the result? Based on the reason, she would say yes. I am sure. He would say yes. Would plus V1, he would say yes. If you did not ask politely, she did not say anything. I am not sure. That is the meaning of the second condition, both in past tense. It is a simple past tense. It is would plus V1, could plus V1, might plus V1, and should plus V1. And this condition, second type, should be used in the main clause, not in the conditional clause. For example, if I decided to take an exam, I have taken decision to write the exam. But what will happen that I would pay the exam fee. I would pay the exam fee. That means when we decided to take an exam or to write an exam, to attend the exam, I would pay the exam fee. That is the second condition. Examples. So many examples are there. Through the examples or instances, we should understand clearly, my dear student. For example, if this same clause we should interchange. We should write the main clause and then we write the subordinate clause, conditional clause or if clause. For example, I would get at small letter. There is no comma. It rained. If it rained, I would get at. That means we have interchanged. First, we should write the main clause, and second, we should write the subordinate clause. In between, we should not keep the comma, because if is a conjunction, it rained is a simple sentence. I would get wet is a simple sentence. This particular word functions as a conjunction. That is why it is if is also called subordinate conjunction. That you should understand, my dear students. It is also right when we write the main clause at the first the following clause is if clause. If you write the if clause at first, the following clause main clause, what is the difference? If you write the if clause at the first, in between if clause and main clause we keep the comma. That is more important, my dear students. For example, if you went to bed earlier, if you went to bed earlier, if you went to bed earlier, and what happened? You would not be so tired. You would not be so tired. You would not be so tired. That means what? If you didn't go to the bed earlier, you would be tired. You would be tired. If you went to the bed earlier, you would not be so tired. It is a negative structure. Would plus not plus be V3 V1 verb. That is the meaning of the internal meaning of the sentence. It may be happened based on the condition. Condition based sentence is conditional sentence. Next, if she fell fall is a second verb, B2 verb. If she fell, she would hurt herself. She would hurt herself. She would hurt herself. We should keep the comma. Before we write the subordinate clause or conditional clause, adverb of conditional clause, we have written at first. And then the following clause should be main clause. In between we put the comma. The meaning of this, she fell, if she fell, if it didn't fall, she would not hurt. If she fell on the floor, she would hurt herself. That is the meaning of the sentence, my dear students. If condition, second type is unlikely condition. You should understand that one. Unlikely condition, and hypothetical condition. What is the meaning of the hypothetical condition? Hypothetical means it is imagined condition, suggested but perhaps not true really happening. It is assumed thought. That means it is assumed thought that I expected that we are predicting something. We are imagined something. But the sentences are not based on the actual situation. That is hypothetical. Hypothetical means the sentences are based on the actual situation. It is more important, the function of the sentence. For example, I will write you one of the example. If the weather was not so bad, if the weather was not so bad, I would go to the park. That means the weather is not so bad. That means the weather is bad. I did not go to the park. But what is the meaning of the internal structure of the meaning of the? But the weather is bad, so I can't go there. I can't go to the park. That is the meaning. If the weather was not so bad, I would go to the park. What happened? The weather is so bad because I did not go to the park. That is the internal meaning. That is the explanation of this sentence. And then if you one more example, if you really loud means V2 verb, simple past tense. I would, if you really loud, you would buy me a diamond ring. If you really loved me, you would buy me a diamond ring. If you really loved me, you would buy me a diamond ring. That means what is the meaning? If you did not really love me, you would not buy me a diamond ring. That is the meaning of the sentence. For example, if I knew where she lived, I would go. Because I didn't know where she lived, because I didn't go there. That is the meaning of. For example, V form verb, you take one example. If I were, it is some exceptional situation. Generally, I is a first person singular. No, subject takes singular verb, but in if clause it is exception. I takes any pronoun. In if clause takes were in B form verb. That is more important. It is a note, my dear student. You should remember this one. You note this point. If I were you, what would happen? I would give up smoking. I would give up smoking. So, for example, one of them, my friend, have been smoking. He is a chain smoker. So many persons tell them stop the smoking. Even doctor also said him, but he is not stopping the smoking the cigarettes. On that occasion, when we will meet him, I will talk to him. I will make a statement. If clause. If I were you, I would give up smoking. Give up means stop bad habit. That is the phrasal verb, the meaning of the give up. That means if it is not possible to I were you, you will not stop the smoking. That is the imagination. If I were you means hypothetical condition, assumed condition, assumed thought, imagination, imaginated condition. That is the if I were you, I would give up. If I were a plant, if I were a plant or a tree, what happened? I would love the rain. I would love the rain. That means I were a plant or a tree. Is it possible a human being become a plant or a tree? It is not at all possible. It is an imagination condition. It is a predictable condition. It is a hypothetical condition. It is a unlikely condition. It is not an actual situation. These sentences are not based on actual situation. That is more important. These conditional sentences we can also use modal verbs also. Not only would plus V1, modal verbs also we used in the main clause. Instead of the would to. Instead of would to, generally we are using would plus V1. In some occasions we should also modal verbs to express our degree of certainty, permission, recommendation about those things they were based on the context, situation, based on the activity. We should change the modal verb would into another modal verbs, could and should and might also. For example, I should write an example. If I had more money, if I had more money, what will happen? What is the result? So I might buy a large house. A large house. I might buy. Why do you write might here? Had more money. Had here V2 verb. It functions as a main verb. If I had more money, I might. May, past tense of may is might. Might expresses the possibility. May express the same condition in the first condition type on. If I have money, if I have more money, I may buy a large house. That we should, on that time we use may. This is second condition. If the if clause is simple past tense, the main clause might plus V1, should plus V1, would plus V1. It is the ability. I might buy a large house. A possibility. It is a possibility. That is why we have changed the model verb from would to might, my dear students. And if you give him your ticket, he could go there. He could go there to the concert. If, for example, if you give past tense, gave him your ticket, if you gave him your ticket, what happened? He could go to the concert, CONCERT, concert. He could go to the concert. He could plus V1. If you gave is V2 verb. In second condition, simple past tense, if clause and main clause is could plus go. Ability to go to the concert. What is the concert? Concert means a musical performance in public, typically by several performers. That is a concert, a musical performance. If you gave him your ticket, he could go to the concert. These are some of the more examples to clear-cut understanding of the second condition, my dear students. You should try to understand. After completion of this class, you study some material for some genuinely. When you study refer to the material regarding to if clause, you have the knowledge. You should never forget. You always remember the conditions and zero condition, first condition and second condition also. Okay, my dear students, all of you, goodbye. Thank you, everyone. We will meet you again next.